After being dormant for 2 years, Hill Valley Speedway reopened last month under the direction of former driver Steve Bard. We met up with Steve and his assistant Justin to discuss their new venture.
I just worked the deal out with Tom Martin. He used to own the track, and he still does. We're leasing it off of him, and worked out a good deal with him.
Since the track was not being used for a while, it needed repairs and upgrades.
We took the guardrails, the old guardrails and the jersey barriers out of it, and put new barriers and guardrails in it. Rebanked it. It's been about 2 weeks rebanking the track, putting more clay on it, and put a couple extra sets of bleachers in.
The newly redone track was tested in October, and the drivers gave it a thumbs up.
They were really extremely excited. They come in, they tested the track out. We got nothing but positive remarks all day long.
They did a lot of change into the racetrack, and I come down for the practice and watched at the end of the year last year, and it seems really good. Seems pretty wide, and especially on the backstretch, like you can maybe get some runs on some guys. So I think it's going to be tight racing, but I think it's going to be really fun, and I enjoy racing bull rings anyhow.
We're doing a lot here at the track this year. There's going to be some big events, some really big events that's like never been held here before. We're going to have a couple 3-day shows. July 4th, 5th, and 6th is going to be the Moonshine Madness. It's going to be $2,500 to win for the steel block late models. They're going to be topless. It's going to be an exciting show with fireworks and things. We got a couple great memorial races we're going to be running. And at the end of the year, we're going to have a final showdown race. That's going to pay out some big money also. We have an all sprint car show coming up in October. That's going to be nothing but winged sprint cars. It's just going to be a nice show. But just the shows that we put together every week with the steel block late models and the street stocks, that's going to be something, you know, not really heard of around here a lot, you know, to where fans and stuff get to see at a small track.
We're focusing on the limited late models and the street stocks and the mini stocks and hobby stocks and stuff, but you know, we got 3 or 4 big shows for all of them guys and the front wheel drive guys. So we're anxious, we're geared up, ready to go.
Instead of competing with local tracks, Hill Valley Speedway is in cooperation with Path Valley Speedway Park.
We're working together. We're trying to put in a couple different shows for each other and have a little mini stock points champion between the two of them. But yeah, we've been working pretty close with them. You know, local tracks, we're trying to help each other out.
That's basically what I want. I just want to see the races stay in this area.
Steve Bard and Justin Semple and many drivers have a history at Hill Valley Speedway.
Yeah, I actually started here back in the 80s. Me and my uncle started here with an old Ford Trino, and ever since then, you know, I've just been a racer and always wanted to try this, and the opportunity come up, so here we are.
I worked here whenever I was younger, picking up garbage every Sunday after the races. I've been here since about 88, 89 with the previous owners. Basically, it's not a whole lot's changed with the area. Racetrack's been here. It's been functional until the last 2 years. It fell off, and now it's time for us to open it up and get things rolling again.
My dad and I started racing. We run in a class that's called a pure stock class. It's pretty much like the Thunder cars they have here today.
Corey's 2 sons have the opportunity to follow in their father's tracks.
We run at Path Valley for 2 years over in Spring Run. We run there, but it's good to be back home.
My brother run here a few years ago. My dad used to run here back in the 90s, and they closed down there when I started to run, and they opened back up this year, so we decided to come back.
We'll run the full season here, maybe make a couple appearances over at Path Valley, but we'll be running most of our season here.
There are big plans for the future of this track.
We're going to change the track. We're going to change the way it's run.
I'm hoping, you know, next year could be big things for us. You know, maybe bring in a couple more bigger shows.
But I'm really excited about racing Hill Valley here this year. My dad raced here back in the 80s, and I remember coming here and playing with Matchbox cars in the grandstands. So It's really exciting to be able to come someplace that he raced and hopefully have a little bit of success here maybe this year. I'm just really excited about getting this year started.
The fan base, that's what really gave us the power to push through this year. That's what's keeping us going. We got to do it for the fans and for the race car drivers.
I could feel the excitement in the air during our visit at Hill Valley. They are already pulling in large numbers of drivers and fans. Next up, we go to another track that has recently been revived. It's time to get amped up here on Pit Pass.
It's known as the Tricky Triangle, a track whose sum total equals a challenge like nowhere else.
Smoke is boiling between Busch and Johnson.
It is Pocono Raceway, where the first race was won by a king. Every race is full throttle to the photo finish.
Virtual dead heat.
And wrecks are not the end, but the start of a comeback. This is Pocono Raceway, where history is measured in right angles.